1. Being rated as a 1 is very unlucky as it has a 0.005% chance to happen. It is very rare to be a 1 from birth, and it is more common to become a 1 from things such as burn scars, rare diseases, and extreme disfigurement. Being a 1 is very hard as most people will naturally be scared of people rated as a 1, and they will most likely have no love life and have a hard time in social situations. However, a lot of 1s get famous for their looks because a lot of people show either sympathy or just want to make fun of them. 2. Being rated as a 2 isn't as bad as being rated a 1. Being rated as a 2 has a 0.4% chance of happening. This look is often associated with Discord moderators and serial killers. They often have an extremely hard time with their love lives and most likely have to pay to get a partner. Unlike 1, they can survive social situations, but they need an extraordinary personality or have an incredibly niche skill to be noticed in social situations. 3. Being a 3 is a giant upgrade from 1 and 2. However, being a 3 is still at the bottom 5.6%, which means 94.4% of the population is still more attractive than a 3. Dating life is still hard, however they can attract with other things. For example, Anthony Davis has an extreme talent for basketball and has a good dating life. Even though they have more of a chance in dating than a 2 or a 1, they never get any likes on dating apps and they are often victims of love scams. If they'd ever open a door for someone, they would just walk through and not make eye contact. Overall, a 3 isn't someone that's very rememberable but live a pretty normal life. 4. Being a 4 is considered the meaning of being below average. The percentage to be a 4 is 28.6%, which means in a room of 100 people, 71 people are more attractive than a 4. People that are a 4 usually have below average features. For example, Ed Sheeran has an above average harmony but has very thin eyebrows and eyelashes and a very bad side profile, which brings him down to a 4. 4s are usually the backbone in friend groups and are often soy boys because they allow their partner to cheat on them just to have a relationship. Male 4s have it worse than female 4s because male 4s are more statistically more inclined to match with a female 2 or 3, while a female 4 can get a match as high as a male 7. 5. If someone called you average, then you are probably around a 5. A 5 is 50% of the population and is the most common rating out of any of the face scale. A 5's face isn't ugly nor striking. They are often called NPCs. For example, if a 5 walked in a supermarket, a human brain would register another human but forget 3 seconds later. Michael Cera is a perfect example of a 5. Some people say that if you created a video game character and hit reset to default, you will get Michael Cera. A 5 has a better opportunity in dating. They may get not a lot of matches in dating apps, but it is overall better than the lower tiers who have practically no matches. However, they have trouble finding a spouse and may get desperate and marry a female too. Being a 5 has some good traits as most people wouldn't bat an eye at what they do. They could walk out the house with pajamas on and no one would care. It's like an invisibility cloak. 6. A 6 is the baseline definition of above average that's in the top 28.6%. They barely have attractive features, and Tom Holland is a great example of this. He has a clean jawline, but it isn't razor sharp. Everything else on his face is balanced but not perfect. 6 are usually called cute on a good day. They are cute when they haven't had a high sodium diet the previous day, and if they did, they'd go down to a 5 with facial bloating. Unlike a 5, a 6 doesn't get ignored by strangers, but they will get quick glances. A 6 cannot date with looks alone because they aren't striking enough to win with looks. However, all they need is an okay personality and they will be good. A 6 is also considered the average fret guy, which means status will make you get better chances with the opposite gender. 7. This tier is usually called the Campus Crush tier and is in the top 5.6% globally. 7s are the entry-level point for modeling agencies and are very attractive. People are generally nicer to them. Bartenders serve to them faster than other people and they generally get paid more than the average person. Unlike the lower ratings, 7s use dating apps for fun. They get matches every day. They can go on dates every day. However, they can usually not get a female 7 as the female 7s usually go for higher rated men. Justin Bieber is a great example of a 7. He has a great jawline and very good symmetry. This video was made with FaceIQ Labs. Get 20% off using code DAXU. 8. An 8 is like an automatic acceptance into modeling from birth. An 8 would excel in life, and a rating of 8 has a rarity of 0.4%, which makes them more attractive than 99.6% of the population. An 8 is so attractive that people give them free drinks at bars, constantly get invited to events, could get nearly any girl, and walk into the room like a main character. Chico is a perfect example of an 8, as he has near-perfect harmony and his dimorphism is on the line of feminism and masculinity. However, there is a dark side to being an 8. People stop treating you like a person and more like an object. People around will laugh when it's not funny. agree when it's wrong, and be fake overall. 9. Being a 9 is the pinnacle of the genetic lottery. This means you are on the top 0.005% of the world, which literally means you are attractive than everyone else. However, 9s suffer from being too attractive. And what that means is they're too attractive that they scare the opposite gender and make them feel insecure, which could technically make an 8 more attractive than a 9. A 9 is a guaranteed modeling career, and every modeling company will want your face on their front cover. A 9 will be one of the most known supermodels on the planet and probably will have an unforgettable face that everyone remembers, which automatically makes them famous. 9s are so attractive that they make jaws drop on the streets. People think they're AI and can never have a normal conversation. 10. A 10 is literally impossible. If someone was a 10, they would have the hardest life ever. Everyone would think they're a threat to society, basically uncanny valley. A 10 is too perfect for this world to have.